Hello, St. John's. It's Father Daniel here. I'd like to take you on a tour. The tour begins before 2018, when the vestry and a small group of lay leaders began what we know today as the Building in Faith Initiative. And in 2018, I'm going to go into the church here, they began raising money and worked primarily on the parking lot and on the rectory, getting ready for the next rector, making sure that the house was in good shape. And then in 2019, the big work began, phase 2 of the Building in Faith Initiative, which of course is the church. The church came out so beautifully. I'm so proud of all the workmen and the effort that went into keeping this place looking exactly like it did and yet brand new all at the same time. And so we gather here every week and we worship and we pray and we believe that more is yet to come. And then 2020 happened. And of course, we all know what happened then. Last year, COVID hit, and we were closed. But the vestry and other lay leaders did not remain idle. So during that time, phase 3 of the Building in Faith Initiative happened. And we did some incredible work. We did all of the difficult to see things. The boilers were completely replaced. All of the piping, the heating piping, was completely replaced throughout the entire physical plant, and lots of other projects. And so even though nothing was happening in the church with worship services, well, I can't say nothing. We're very grateful for the donors to the audiovisual program enabling us to worship remotely. But nothing was going on for in-person worship for that whole year, and yet we were busy. And now, let's talk about phase 4. Phase 4 of the Building in Faith Initiative was going to include all of the rest of the physical plant. So that includes the kitchen, and that includes the parish hall. It includes other things as well. But the plan for the leadership was that we would get quotes and we would identify expenses. And we would do all of that before reaching out to the parish, asking for additional contributions to make phase 4 and the Building in Faith Initiative complete. Once every 25 years, this kind of work gets done. And so here we are. And yet, the story doesn't end there, because it is 2021. And as many of you know, we very recently experienced a flood. This is the hallway right outside the choir room. So let me take you to the choir room now. Here we are. I'll show you where all of the damage began. As you can see, there is nothing here anymore. In fact, I had to tear out the bottom part of the walls to get at where the water ran. And it all started with that sprinkler head right there. The water came down, flowed through the floor, and out to the edges and down the walls. And so, let me take you on the rest of the tour. The water came down and went down the staircase. Did you know there was a back staircase back here? Let's see if I can do this without tripping. There is no flooring. Everything has been ripped up and removed. That's the entrance into my office just there. Can you see it? So let's go down to the office now. And this is what happened when the water from the choir room came down through the floor, through the ceiling into the office, and then of course down the edges of the walls. The office is no more. It was a complete loss back to the studs of the exterior wall. This is my office. It is gone, as you can see. And because of the way the building was constructed, they had to take the exterior walls off. And as you can see here, I don't know if you remember, there used to be a bookshelf here. The same thing happened in the library. So if we walk into the library, we can see what's happened there. Again, all exterior walls gone, and the bookshelves had to be gone. It's kind of sad too, because the dedication for the bookshelves is still here. So what this leaves us with then is a cart in front of the horse situation. We wanted to be able to do estimates and proposals before we came back to the parish. But this flood has actually given us an opportunity to do more than we could have possibly done before. We are given the opportunity to improve technology campus-wide, and we are able to expand our ability to minister in the 21st century in a way that we had not previously planned. But because the insurance company will begin reconstruction before we had been able to put together all of our quotes for a comprehensive phase 4, we are going to have to begin spending money before we actually have raised the money. The vestry is reaching out to every member in faith, hoping that we can rely on the goodness of God and in the generosity in the hearts of all of those who are here, so that we can continue working on the reconstruction of the office and the choir room and the various different areas that were affected by the flood, as well as beginning phase 4 and concluding our Building in Faith initiative beginning this year. And so, I leave you with this. Pray for the office staff as it deals with no offices. Pray for the vestry as it attempts to find a path forward during this time. And pray for the members and friends of this parish that we might be able to raise somewhere probably in the neighborhood of $450,000 to complete phase 4 and to complete the quarter-century Building in Faith initiative. Bless you all. See you tomorrow at church.